Today, we are looking at episode number 7 of WVIA's local pizza documentary. This one features Mary Lou's Pizza. Old Forge, Pennsylvania, of course, is known as the pizza capital of the world. They're known for their square trays, which are actually rectangular, and they're cut into cuts with a large machete-like knife. Mary Lou's is a pizza I've had many times, and I've sent a lot of people there to try it because it is one of the best pizzas in Old Forge. The first question I get about Old Forge pizza every time is, do they make their own crust or is it a prefab shell? There is evidence throughout this video that Mary Lou's is not only making their own dough and their own shells, but they're using a spiral mixer. Here's something you don't see in a lot of pizzerias, a spiral mixer. Most pizzerias have a planetary mixer, like a Hobart or something like that, but they are making their own dough with one of the best mixers on the market. Other myth about Old Forge pizza is you'll hear a lot of folks say, it's just American cheese on pizza. Let's roll the tape. So first and foremost, American cheese does not look like this when it melts, right? And now we take a look at what I like to call the cheese pull here. American cheese does not do that. Things like brick and mozzarella and cheeses like that string and stretch like that. This is not an American cheese pizza here. So let's put that one to bed. Now, do some Old Forge places use American cheese? I'm sure they do. Do they include it in the blend? I'm sure they do. But this is not just American cheese on pizza, folks. Mary Lou hits on one of the coolest stories about this small town of Old Forge that, of course, she's operating a restaurant in. And that is they don't compete against one another. There's, I think, 11 shops or so in this small little town, and they all tend to work together. She talks about her cheese machine breaking down and then being able to go over to our Caro and Janelle's down the street and be able to use theirs. And not only did they shred it for her, they put it back into her car, which is just an incredible story, but it's so indicative of all the stories I've heard about the Old Forge pizza shop owners working together. This episode is really all about family. What a cool story about a grandmother and grandson working together to make some amazing pizza and some amazing memories. It's cool to see Joe making some incredible dough. I know several pizzeria owners who use the dough and they all say it's amazing stuff. I've used their shells actually as well. Mary Lou's is a great place, especially in the summertime. They have this white fresh tomato pizza. Their double crust is also great. The Old Forge Red is a classic, but so much to try there. This is a place you want to check out and you want to stay, you want to say hello because, you know, the vibe that you get out of this video is really the vibe that you feel when you walk through those doors. So those are my thoughts on this week's episode. Be sure to tune in next Pizza Friday for the next episode that WVIA releases, and then tune in on Sunday to hear my breakdown and analysis. And we'll do that week after week until we get to the finale.